first half, but that second half was something else, huh?
Hey, I tell you what, that's what I just told those guys. I don't know what team that was in the first half. I haven't seen that all year. I felt like we had a lack of intensity, a lack of emotion, not much fight. I said basically a couple things, and I really walked out on halftime. I said, you guys figure it out. And I just walked out, and you saw me. I sat out here and sat by myself for a little bit. I thought we went with the lineup change to start the second half, and I got to give a lot of credit to Jordan Mason and Romello Chapman. They really brought some energy to open the half, and that really sparked us and got us going. And then from there, it's what I've been hoping this team would do all along. We were pulling bodies in, and we were getting help from everybody we were pulling in the second half, and that wasn't the case in the first half. And I think this team could do that, but I don't know what they got to do. They got to prepare a lot better than they did to open this game.
Dominating performance by Noel Allen, 18 points and 12 rebounds. Even in the first half when he wasn't scoring necessarily, he was grabbing rebounds on every possession. And then in the second half, he just decided that he was bigger than everybody else and made him pay for it.
Well, they went zone for a little bit, and we figured out a way to get it into him, and he did a great job of finishing. He's playing hurt, and he's doing a tremendous job. I mean, you just see how much pain he's in right now after the game. But he's doing a heck of a job for us. I was joking with him as we were leaving the floor. I said, hey, if somebody ever gets a technical foul, I know who I'm picking to shoot the free throws because he's about the only one that can hit them right now. That's an area we have to improve in a hurry. And I'm laughing at this stat. We were 1 of 9 in the first half, but 8 of 9 in the second half.
Right.
So thank goodness we bounced back and hit them when they counted. But our last 2 games, we have struggled from the free throw line, and I don't know what the problem is with that.
He talked a little bit about Romello Chapman. That's a guy that hadn't played a whole lot over the last few games, played a lot today, a good defender, and I believe, I think that's probably why you put him in, is for his defensive ability. He doesn't bring a whole lot scoring-wise, but other things he made him pay tonight.
The thing with Romello, and we kind of had a talk after our game Saturday, he can help this basketball team. I really believe he can, if he'll do the things that he's really good at. And that's the thing with every player. If we can start learning to play, and I've said this before, and I don't want to sound like a broken record, but play more towards our strengths and away from our weaknesses. And I think that's been Romello's deal is, he's still trying to figure out what his strengths are. And I think it showed today. I mean, he can be a tremendous defender and a tremendous rebounder, but he's got to stop turning the basketball over. He turns it over at times in bad spots, but he's getting better at that. But I got to give him a lot of credit. I mean, we had him in at the very end, to help us get a stop, and he came through in the clutch.
Obviously, a much better second half shooting the basketball. You shoot 55% in the second half as opposed to 27% in the first half. But I felt a lot of reason for that was that you guys started going to the rim a whole lot more in the second half, particularly to start the game. I believe it was the first 3 shots were layups right at the rim in the second half to get you back in it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we only took 6 threes in the second half. They did a good job of not settling. That was my fear when they zoned us, is that we were going to settle for a lot of jump shots. And I felt like we did in the first half, but I thought we got to the basket some in the first half, too. We just weren't finishing. I don't know why. We were going in there and throwing some floaters up in the paint, and I was really harping at halftime of them going all the way to the basket. And, we did a better job of that in the second half. And, Noel Allen did such a great job inside, and that really started opening things up. Can't forget about Lou Dunbar's shot that he hit. We were down 3, and he comes in right off the bench and hits a huge 3 with, I think, 2 minutes and 16 seconds left in the half. So, but I think you can help, or you can give Noel the credit, because if you have somebody that could score inside, that's going to help, suck in the defense, and that provides those other guys to be open a little bit more. And I think that's why you saw Lou hit that shot.
How difficult are they to defend? Because they basically will play 5 guards at once. Everybody can shoot a perimeter shot. They can all put the ball on the deck. How difficult does that make it, particularly on the post players, to defend this team?
That's what that's what I just told Dorian Gigger and Noel Allen. I got to give them some credit, because I was a little bit stubborn the last 2 possessions. I did not want to size down. I wanted them out there, and I told them they need to get down in stance and they could defend. I didn't care if it was a guard or a forward out there. And we were debating, me and my staff, on whether or not to leave Noel out there at the end. And I said, hey, I'm rolling with him because that kid can get a rebound when we need a rebound. And sure enough, Noel got the game-winning rebound. So, give them some credit. But St. Gregory's is a very good basketball team. They are tough to defend, and we knew that this week just preparing for them because of how hard they attack the basket. I told them if we can hold them under 20 free throw attempts, we'd have a chance, because this is a team that shot 48 free throws the last time they took the floor against MacU, and they only shot 18, so we did a good job of not fouling them.
Travel to USAO on Saturday. What have you seen from the Drovers?
I've seen them in person once, and Coach Francis is a good friend of mine. We actually talked quite a bit. He played and coached at Rogers State, where I was at last year, so got to know him a little bit over there. Then I've got to know him even better since I've been in the league. He's got a very, very, very high-powered offensive unit. They can score at will, and they got one of the best guards in the country in Bowie, and he's averaging about 25 a game. They're going to mix it up defensively. I just think it's a very good basketball team, and we're going to have to play a lot better if we want to go over there and get a win on Saturday.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Star score, a come-from-behind victory, 64-61 over St. Greg's here at the Sumner Fieldhouse. And before that, OCU's women hold on for a 68-64 victory over St. Greg's. And that'll do it for us, and we'll be back on the air on Saturday afternoon, 3 and 5, the tip times for OCU and USAO from the USAO Fieldhouse in Chickasha, Oklahoma. We'll talk to you then on the OCU Sports Network.